it is my very favorite time of year again, the fall, and I just have so many ideas that I want to do. In today's video, I think what I am wearing might give it away. I want to make over the garden wall accessories, but for my car. I wasn't even planning on making this video, but today I kind of woke up and I was just like, I want to wear my over the garden wall sweater. I have like the little charm bracelet with the big old pumpkin man on it, and I even have the little rock earrings. I don't know, today was just like, you know what? I should crochet myself some over the garden wall things. Now last year I did crochet myself Wirt's cape. The cape didn't really turn out as well as I wanted to, but if I ever wanted to make one in the future, I know where I'm going. But I did make this for my costume. I thrifted it. It was brass or gold or something. It was the same color as this handle, and then I painted it red, very much like the lantern, and I've had it sitting there the entire year. So if you ever saw that and wondered why do I have a lantern, it's because of over the garden wall. The last 2 months I came out with 2 videos. The one video was going over fall crochet projects. The next video was going over witchy crochet projects. So what I'm kind of thinking is taking ideas from both of those videos but make them over the garden wall theme. This is also going to be more of like a stash busting video, so I don't want to buy any new yarn for this. Might have to go buy felt for some projects, but I don't want to buy any new yarn. These projects are just going to be using yarn that I already have. I think the first one that I do want to make is some cup cozies. I want to make them like the characters. So I think for Wirt, I think what I would do is maybe do a row of red, maybe a chunk of blue, and then gray at the bottom. For Greg, I think I would do gray and then probably like an off-white and then green for his pants. I think that would be really good. So I think like maybe 2 cup cozies for them. And then I'm also thinking of like cup cozies, but make them the rock. That's a rock fact. Just crochet like a circle in gray and then get some felt and then cut it out and then glue it. I think that would be okay. I don't want to do any like tapestry crochet. I kind of want to just make them simple. You know, I don't want to go too extreme with them. I'm thinking I want to do like an Enoch rear view mirror accessory. Basically for that one, what I think I would do, I would make a pumpkin, but it also looks like he's made out of different colors. So what I could do is usually when I do a pumpkin, you do a long thing and then you fold it. So what I could do is like every other color, I could do a different shade, like a brighter orange and then a darker orange and then back to the brighter orange. And then for his mouth and his eyes and everything like that, I can totally do just some felt, cut the felt out and glue the felt to his face. And then for the bottom part with his little like tingly bits, I'm thinking I could just use yarn. So we're gonna do cup cozies, a cup coaster, and a little rear view mirror dangly thing. I think those 3 are really good. For right now, I wanna get those 3 things done and we'll see where we go from there. If you're new to my channel and you like crocheting and yarn and thrifting and the 80s and fall time and Halloween and like all that jazz, why not hit the subscribe button? Yarn that I need for this project. This is my warm tones. What colors do I need again? I've already forgotten the colors. I have this, and then I want a pumpkin orange. Oh, also I'm gonna need a red for Wirt's hat. Oh, this is a good red. Is this pumpkin orange? These 2 colors better. So we'll do that. These are all the cool tones. This blue could work. Oh, maybe this blue? I think this one might be the best color for Gregory's pants. I have this yarn, which is really fun. I got this from Furls. Furls Crochet actually sent me this with a bunch of other colors, but I think this was the only green. I think this one would be really fun. I think I might take this one out too. I've laid out all the colors I'm going to use for the characters. For Wirt, I have his hat, I have his cape, I have his pants. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to go with this darker gray. I might go with this gray, Gregory's colors. So we have his teapot hat, his white shirt, and I'm kind of debating between these 2 colors for his trousers. Then for Enoch, I have these 2 colors and I'm going to switch between them. And then I have these 3 colors for, I don't know, his tentacles. But I also have these 2 greens too. So it all depends on what they kind of look like. I definitely want to use this one and I definitely want to use this one. And then I think it's going to be maybe between these 2. Then I'm going to use this one here for the rock. Now I also have these colors just in case I need them for like accent colors or anything like that. Don't know if I'm going to need these or not, but I mean, just in case I feel like I might need a brown somewhere, or maybe I come up with a different idea, I have it. These are the yarns that I'm going to be using for the projects. I've decided that I want to start with the cup cozies. So this is what it's looking like so far. I'm going to start with Wirt, and I'm going to start from the bottom up. So first his pant color, and then his cape color, and then his hat color. I'm going to do this one first, and then I'm going to do the Gregory cup cozy, and then we'll go from there. I decided to go with the darker gray because I am watching it. I paused it, but I am watching it on my TV, and honestly, watching it on a square TV makes so much more sense for this show. It fits perfectly within the square rather than, you know, the 16:9 that every TV and computer is now. But anyways, but his pants do look a little bit more like this shade than the lighter one. I'm starting with the Wirt cup cozy, and then gonna do the Greg one. I got the 2 cup coasters done, the back of them, where I had to change colors. Not really great at doing that, and I know there's a trick to do it. It's fine. It's a cup cozy, and it's going to be on the back. So those are those 2, and now I do have to go and weave in the ends, even though, you know, I don't like weaving in ends for something like this, where all the ends are very noticeable. I will have to weave them in. Also, I completely forgot the whole reason that I bought these scissors in the first place was because of Over the Garden Wall. But anyways, now I'm going to start working on the cup coasters. I was originally going to use this one for the cup coasters, but then I was kind of thinking about it. I feel like acrylic might not absorb condensation as good as cotton yarn. I am making these for the cup coasters in my car because I like ice caps, and sometimes ice caps get wet on the outside due to like the condensation, and they're cold, and then they're in a hot vehicle and like all that jazz. But anyways, I like to have like a cup coaster so that way if anything drips down on the ice cap, it goes into the cup coaster, and when I pick it up, it's not going to drip everywhere in the car, especially like on me, right? Don't know if acrylic yarn is really going to absorb it, but also if I have somebody else in the car who might have a hot beverage, cotton would probably be better for that, even though like the hot beverage is not going to be like scalding hot that it would melt the acrylic in any way. I think cotton yarn is probably a better idea for this particular project. So I have this one here. It is the Estelle Suds. This is my favorite cotton yarn. Well, one of my favorite cotton yarns. I did a whole cotton yarn review. This is like the softest cotton yarn that I know about, and it is like worsted weight. It does tell you to use a 4.5 millimeter hook. I'm going to use a 5. Okay. This is the yarn that I'm going to be using now for the little rocks. My original idea was I was going to do these 2 colors together, and then I remember I had bought this yarn and I was going to use this for a project, and then I ended up not, but it's such a pretty color that I'm like, you know what? I know I could return it to Michael's, but I'll probably end up using it for something, and today I'm going to do that. This one here is called Baked Clay. I think this is a newer color of theirs. I think this one is called Pumpkin Orange, and this one's called Orange Crush, but I'm thinking like these 2 together. This one's just a little bit too bright for me. I feel like he's more muted colors than vibrant colors, so I'm not going to use the vibrant one. I'm going to use these ones. All the crocheting is done. This is his head. Now I have to make his little tentacles, and I'm going to make them out of these colors. So I've actually decided to not use the darker green because I looked up a photo of Enoch and it's actually like lighter colors. My idea is I'm going to cut a bunch of strands, and I'm going to have them like this, and then I'm going to fold them like this, and then I'm going to tie a knot, and then the knotted part is going to go inside the pumpkin. I think half the size, so if it's like this, that should be good. Okay, so I need this to be cut in half. I think that will look good, and then that's gonna go inside the pumpkin. Okay. Need this go inside a little bit. I also made sure to secure the green yarn inside of the pumpkin to make sure that it wouldn't fall out. And then I need to take the stuffing that I found, which I'm honestly really surprised I found. Went to Fabricland and I got all the felt, and because I'm a Fabricland card member, all the felt was 55 cents each, and I definitely overbought on felt. I know that. I'm going to keep these in like a felt box. Like I'm gonna get a box and I'm gonna or some type of container and put them all in, so that way I don't have to go and buy more felt next time. The only issue I had was the yellow. The only yellow that was the yellow that I needed was sparkly, but the back side here is exactly the yellow that I needed. So I ended up buying that. Now I'm going to cut out all of the pieces and then I'm gonna glue them to my crochet projects. I don't think I've ever glued something to yarn before. Maybe, I don't remember. That's what I'm gonna do now. They actually look pretty good. Okay, so these are done. They're not done. I have to still glue them, but I'm not gonna glue them right now. I'm just gonna put them over there. Now I gotta go and cut this guy's stuff out. Unfortunately, I don't remember what he looks like. Well, the colors and stuff like that. So I'm gonna stop filming, cut out the pieces, turn the camera back on, and we'll glue everything together. It's just I need a photo of him, and the only way I can have a photo of him is if I use my phone. And that's what I'm currently filming on. I'll be back in a few minutes.
20 minutes later.
The rocks are pretty good. He's looking a little creepy. I think it's because the eyes need to be like right in the center, and because they're not, it's a little spooky. I'm going to glue the eyes. And then I have this as a mouth. I haven't glued it yet. I should probably glue it. Okay, that kind of looks like him. It's the best I can really do. Okay, I'm gonna sit on that. In the meantime, let's go glue this guy down. Okay, that actually looks really cute. Okay. Hot, 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 hot. Ow. The glue got me. I found some elastic, so what I'm kind of thinking is with my yarn needle, I'm just going to string it through the top of his head. I'm not going to tie it up until I'm in the car, and then that way I can figure out how long it needs to go. I don't want to make it too short and I don't want to make it too long. Okay, so I was thinking about this last night, and I think his eyes need to be rounder. I'm going to redo his eyes. I think I'll look better. I cannot believe how cute these projects turned out, because for a moment there I was looking at it and I'm just like, what am I doing? Do you ever get it when you make a project and you stare at it way too long and you're like, I don't know what I'm looking at anymore, and then you look at the reference photo and you're like, oh, it makes sense. I don't know if anyone else has that, but like sometimes if I'm making something for too long, I don't know what I'm looking at. I was also a little worried that the little rock coasters might have been a little bit too big, but they fit perfectly in there. Enoch hangs perfectly. He's the perfect size, and the cup coasters, they fit the cups perfectly because again, I am making these cup coasters for my ice caps. I didn't have an ice cap with me to like kind of test fit it. I feel like all the projects were just like, I don't know if these are gonna work until like I put them in my car, and thank goodness they all worked out. I think my favorite has to be the cup coasters. They were the easiest to do, but I absolutely love them, and I like how I did put felt on it so I didn't have to like worry about crocheting the pieces. It was just cut the felt out, glue the felt down, and we got ourselves a coaster. I really like is because I did do those videos earlier in the month and last month of me talking about cute fall Halloween accessories. I think these fit perfectly in either one of those categories. I love the fall. I think everybody knows that. And the fall time is just, it reminds me of Over the Garden Wall, and I like to go for like country drives and listen to the soundtrack of Over the Garden Wall. It's so relaxing. I absolutely love it. What's great is now when I go for those nice little country drives, I get to use my Over the Garden Wall car accessories. So I'm very happy with how they turned out. In the comments below, let me know what TV show or movie that every single fall you have to watch. No matter how many times you've watched it, once fall hits, you're like, you know what, it's time to watch this, because mine is definitely Over the Garden Wall. It's also like Halloween Town, and I will not watch it any sooner than once fall starts, because if I watch it before fall starts, I get really sad because then I realize it's not fall outside. So let me know in the comments below what you like watching during the fall. I think that does it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.